Shagatom Amor Bontura. Today we're going to be tasting some different things all the way from India. But first I'm going to Kolkata and I just put up a video asking for recommendations, so please check that out if you live in Kolkata or West Bengal or you've been there before or anything like that. Anyway, on with the food and drink. So I have Ak, Dui, Din, Char, Pach, Choi, Shat, At, packets of crisps and Duto drinks. I don't actually know how to say drinks. I have a bottle and a can just in case they taste a bit different. Okay, the first one that I'm going to taste is called the Tangy Pudina. Tangy Pudina by Oh Yes. Oh Yes is made in Haryana. Oh, that was not expected. It actually does smell a wee bit like mint toothpaste and it looks nothing like Watsits. Let me make sure you can see what they're like. So they're like wee balls. Here we go, Tangy Pudina. Wee bit of a Watsits aftertaste. Oh, and a kick. First of all, can we just agree here that this looks absolutely nothing like the one in the packet. Look at that. It's a wee bit tangy. It has like a spicy aftertaste. It's very puffy, but there's no real like strong flavour. It wasn't the best. Let's move on to the next Oh Yes, which is Khatta Meetha or Khatta Meetha or Meetha. Right. Oh, these smell better. You can see that they've got like, looks like spices on them. Like you can see the wee specks on them there. Again, I feel like they're a wee bit disappointing. They just don't have enough flavour in them. I think it's because they're so fat. If they were like long and thin, they would be a bit nicer. I don't even know of any UK crisps that I can compare this to. Again, these aren't great. The Oh Yes brand, I have to say, not very good to be honest. Just doesn't really have a flavour. They're like puffs of air, emptiness with a dusting of spice on the outside. I think it's time to try one of the Thums Up. Never had Thums Up before. I've heard a lot of the hype about them as a brand, as a flavour. Okay, that didn't have a big I'm not expecting a very fizzy drink here. It smells a wee bit like cola as opposed to Coca-Cola. It's not very strong. It is a wee bit like a flat Coca-Cola or something. It's not very fizzy. It could just be the bottle I have. It tastes like cola. Like I could go into Tesco and buy like their own brand cola and it would be something like Thums Up, I reckon. Controversial. Right, here we go. Right, that had a bit more of a promising spilled a wee bit for good measure. It does taste different from the can. Let me clean this up. I'm messing up the Bengali McGinley studio here. This is way better than the bottle. Miles better. If I have Thums Up in the future, when I'm in India, I'll definitely be reaching for a can. So next up, what have we got? Let's go for the Lay. Smells good. Oh yeah, you can kind of see they're kind of red, which is a good sign. Lots of flavour on them. Let's give them a go. These are good, right? But you see this thing here? All those wee chilli flakes. I was hoping it would have had more of a kick. Then there's a chilli on the packet actually. I know like Masala, it's not supposed to be like super spicy, right? I don't know. These are good. I would recommend these to people actually. They are really tasty. Like I would sit and eat a packet of these. It's tasty. It's a nice solid crunchy crisp. What's next? Chilli Chatka. Chilli Chatka. Oh, that was like, as soon as I opened that, I just got right up the nostril. The smell. Very intense chili smell. So this has a lot of the kind of dark, a lot of dark flavour on that. So I'll give this a wee go. It is very similar to Knick Knacks in the UK, but I've never had a flavour like this before. It's a similar kind of flavour to the Lay's Masala crisps, but it's a wee bit spicier, a wee bit more flavour, stronger, tastier. This is better than the Lay's, definitely. Right, I may put them away before I finish them off. Tell you what, the Thums Up does go very well with these crisps. Let's go back to the crinkle cut. And the flavour here is Balaji wafers, Chatka. These are made in Gujarat. We've got ourselves some Gujarati crisps here. Let's see what they're like. Oh, interesting. Very different, very different. Don't know what that smells like, to be honest. I don't think these are for me, to be honest. These aren't for me. Tickling spicy potato chips. I don't know what they're supposed to be tickling, but they're not tickling my fancy. Time to put them away. Balaji, not great. Now we do have one more packet of theirs here. Balaji, simply salted. Now, is there even any point in tasting these? I didn't even realise that they were just salted when I picked them up. You can't really go wrong with a salted crisp. Although there could be like an Indian twist on it. Oh, where are they made? Oh, they're made in Gujarat. The same place that those are made, funnily enough. That's a bit mad, isn't it? Right. So, salted chip. I tell you what though. They're like really good for what they are. These on their own are really good, like surprisingly good. The keen-eyed viewers amongst you have just noticed that the video's changed. That's because this bad boy, which I bought to go to India, the GoPro Hero 10, it said it automatically overheated and just shut down. I'm going to a hot country to film for over 2 weeks, many hours per day. That does not fill me with confidence over how this thing will perform during my trip. Not much I can do about it now. Maybe reduce the quality of the video or something, but I now have to use my phone to finish the rest of the videos. That's why it looks a wee bit different now, and also it probably sounds a bit worse. I don't know. Anyway, weirdly, even though they're only salted and like no special flavour, they're probably some of my favourites today. So these are good. A wee birdie did tell me during the technical break that these and the other crisps made by these guys, which have mysteriously disappeared, they are supposed to be mint, and there's actually a mint leaf on the front of the other packet, so that explains why it smelled a wee bit like mint toothpaste. So let me have another wee quick taste now that I know it's mint. If you actually think that you're tasting mint crisps, they're better than they were when it was completely unexplainable. What's next? Green chutney style Kurkure, 10% extra. It is a hefty packet. Green chutney, should this be hot? Interesting. Oh, that reminds me of candy floss. That smell is candy floss. There's no way this will taste anything like candy floss. Wee bit of a kick. Green chutney. It is pretty good. Like, don't know if you can catch some of the flavour on there, maybe not. It's a strong flavour. They've made a full commitment to the flavour. It's pretty good. Yeah, it is kind of nice. It's just not exactly what I'm looking for. Made with dal, corn and rice, dal, putta and pat. This reminds me of my Maggi tasting video. If you haven't seen the Maggi noodle tasting video yet, go and check it out. I'll put the link in the description. Masala Munch. For some reason I have high hopes for this. Don't know why, but I do. Right, here we go. First thoughts. It looks like there's loads of flavour on them. Again, the knick-knack style chip. It reminds me a wee bit of roast beef crisp, like roast beef Monster Munch if you've had them before in the UK. It is very much like that kind of meaty flavour somehow. Although I don't think it's supposed to be particularly meaty, given everything on the front is like a vegetable. It's a very full, strong flavour, quite chal, quite spicy, but it's a wee bit too meaty for my liking. I'm not a huge fan of meaty crisps like those kind of roast beef Monster Munch. It is quite spicy, which is good. Like it's got a bit of a kick to the back of your throat. Okay, so if I had to put them in order, no, not these. These are the best, I think. These are up there at the top end, along with India's Masala Magic Masala, I meant. And then you know what, might be a wee bit controversial. I might actually put these at the top, like along with the other two. They're just salted, but they're like really high quality, like they're really good. Can't deny that's a great crisp. Oh, what's the word for salty that I learned? Nonta? Is it nonta? Nonta? Can't even check because my phone's taking the video now because this 350 quid odd kit broke down on me. Great. Those three might be the best. You've probably got these two in the middle for me. Green chutney, masala munch. Maybe these are a step higher than these. And then I think next up would be these. And then down at the bottom, you've got the two mint flavour crisps, which I didn't realise on first taste. So here, mint leaves, which makes me even dumber for not noticing that before. In terms of drinks, this comes out on top. And then a not very close second is the bottle version, which just isn't as good. Also, I don't know what the crack is with these bottles, but this is the tiniest top on a bottle ever. It's like made for a baby's mouth. I don't know why it's so small. Is that standard in India, or did I get like the bacha version for babies? I don't know. Anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.